Hey guys, how's it going? Just setting up the rest of it here, getting the dice ready. We're getting ready to roll. Oh yeah. Another adventure. Where's the book? Oh yeah, there it is. Another adventure. You're right, Jack. How's it going, mate? Right, I think I'm all ready here. I just need to mute the stream I'm listening to. And we're good to go. Just in time, really. 40 seconds. Make sure everything's set up here. Yep. So, yeah. I think I'm in position. I don't know. Let me get them covers. Because of the camera, I have to put cushions under my bum. Otherwise, I'm too low. Because I can't lower the height of the camera. And I feel like I'm a little midget boy. Ugh. There we go. That's better. Right. Let's sort this mother out, shall we? There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Fighting Fantasy adventure. And I knew I'd forgotten something. Get them up. So there we go. It's a bit brighter. Okay. Welcome, everybody. The Crypt of the Sorcerer. We are doing Ian Livingstone Classic today in preparation for the release of the new book, The Dungeons of Blood Island or something it's called, or The Blood of Dungeon Island, or Island Blood Dungeon, or I can't remember what it's called. So, how is everybody? You alright, Jack? You're staying for this adventure? I've got me nuts, I've got me coffee, I've got me water. I'm set to go. Let's see how long we last, isn't it? We have been famous for, the dice spiking us in the past, but let's hope that in this one we can get a bit further. Now, this book is kind of a two-halves situation in the fact that you can actually, the mission you go on is easy to finish, but it's getting back to where you came from. That's the hard bit. So we can actually get through this fairly easy, but then when it's come time to deliver the goods, that's where you end up dying the most. So let me turn that down a bit. So let me know if you're there. It is Sunday today, isn't it? Yeah, Sunday noon. But I guess, whatever. So, and you're right, Leo M. How's it going, mate? Don't forget, on my gaming channel, there is a link down below. I have started a game called Manor Lords, where we're actually creating towns of fighting fantasy. So most of these books come with a little map. There's the map for this book. And I don't have it to hand. I wanted it to hand. I could get it to hand because it's in this bag down here. I'm gonna fall. In this bag somewhere is a book called Titan. I don't know where in this bag, so I should have got it out ready, but it's not at the top, so I can't visually see it. But it's so anyway. Basically, in that Titan book is a map of the entire world of Titan with every single continent. There's the old world, there is Cool, and there is a Lancier, I believe the three ones are. You're right, Rhymester, how's it going? John McCabe, hey, welcome. You haven't played this one in years? I can't even remember the last time I played it, to be fair. But yeah, inside that book, there's all these maps. Inside this one, there is also a map here. And basically, in the game of Manor Lords, I am going and creating little towns of fighting fantasy. So, for instance, in this one, there is the town of Stonebridge. There is the town of Mirewater. And that's pretty much it. There's only these couple of towns here. But anyway, I'm on my gaming channel. I'm playing the game in like a fighting fantasy way. So we're creating you know, the world of Titan effectively, and it's actually pretty cool. There'll be a new video of that coming out soon where we actually, because I have to start all over again. It's a bit of a burn, but anyway, that's really fun to see these towns come to life. So Solomonis, Port Blacksand, all the towns that you and the cities that you've loved are being visually played and developed in a game on my gaming channel. So go check it out. Go subscribe to that channel, and the link is down below. Support it and check it out because it's really fun. Anyway, we need to start creating our own little character fun here. So it's the normal skill, stamina, and luck situation. The battles are the same. There's no special rules as far as I'm aware. It doesn't even... It says here, unlike other Fighting Fantasy game books, you do not start your adventure with any meals. However, during the course of the adventure, there will be opportunities to regain your stamina points in various ways. So we're not allowed to take any food on this adventure, guys. No food. No way. That's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? So... Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the alerts, guys. How bad is that of me? Okay, so they're not working. See, this is what this... Oh, because I haven't got them turned on. See, that's a rip, isn't it? Turn the alerts on and they will work. Try that again. No. They do not work. Do you know what? That's a bit of a weird one. I have to refresh the link in OBS for my alerts to run, even though the link does not change. It's the same link, but the only way to get it to work is by refreshing the link. I've never understood that. What is the need for that? So it'll work now.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yep!
Seriously, don't understand that.
Majoka has just boarded the plane.
That link didn't change. And I forgot to run these before, so I just need to run these now and thank people who have followed my channel.
Friends, yep!
Chuck Dry has just boarded the plane.
Couple of minutes, guys, you know.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yep!
So all these people who have followed my
Alvin
channel
Tyson
since we last streamed, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It's a beautiful day outside.
Friends, yep.
It's so sunny.
Rubank24
here.
has just boarded
Honestly,
the plane.
In a few weeks, I'm going to be a Mexican.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yep!
Jerry Sterner has just boarded the plane.
Oh, which one did I get up to? I've lost my
Thank
way.
you! We just become best friends, yep!
Ken Newell has just boarded the plane.
That might repeat, because I don't know which one I've pushed.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yep!
Okan Sassel has just boarded the plane.
All these people, thank you very much for following my channel.
Thank you!
It's
We just become
greatly
best friends, yep!
appreciated.
A Bangel has just boarded the plane.
Bangle! Not a bomber, a bangle.
Thank you! We just become best friends, yep!
Okay, so that's
Randall
them done.
Nitrile has just boarded the
While
plane.
they play, I'm going to roll for... Oh, I'm going to see actually what else there is.
Thank you! We just become best
Stamina.
friends, yep!
That's it. Right.
Mr. Ducky
let's
has
roll
just
for
boarded the
our
plane.
character. So we're going to
Thank you! We just become
start
best
with...
friends,
Oh, there's
yep!
a dedication in this book.
Kiko Garcia has just boarded the plane.
All the Puffin Warriors, especially Anne Ainley, Liz Attenborough, Susan Brent, Susan Elliott, Robin Waterfield, and Annie Winterbotham. Both of them. Right, let's roll for our skill, shall we? Here we go. We got a 7. We got a 7 for our skill, guys. The dice are not on our side today. We got a 9 for our stamina, so that's 21. That's okay. And our luck is 4, which is 10, which ain't too bad. Skill of 7, stamina of 21, luck of 10. Not too bad, I'd say. That's acceptable in my eyes. So, I feel like this... Yeah, there we go. Tested, 1, 2, 3. Can everybody hear me okay? Right. F's in the chat when you want me to begin. Got me nuts. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do, actually. We'll have a bit of fun, shall we? Check this out. Be right back. We're going to do one of these before we start and one of them after. So, in this parcel, I had to order, as ordered from my doctor, and it finally came. It took a couple of weeks, but it finally came. A heart rate monitor. I have to be noting down. I have to be taking my pulse rate, my blood pressure rate, and be noting all this down. So I had to order one of these. Instructions from the doctor. They want me to monitor my heart rate. Okay? So I thought, let's do it, shall we? Let's do it live on stream so you guys can be joining in. Sorry, Rhymester, you put the F and I've sorry, we've got a detour. We're gonna go on a detour first, and then we'll begin. So I'm actually gonna do this now. It says I have to use a USB, so I need to unplug one of these, but I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna unplug that. That drive is the drive to my airplanes. I don't need them right now, so I'll unplug that. And then we plug this in because it runs off a USB. So here we go. Has anybody ever used one of these at home themselves before? And then we'll do it after the stream and we'll see that if there's a difference. Oh God, I'm so nervous of moving everything. Right. Here it is. Little pamphlets. Upper arm blood pressure monitor. Product specification sheet. Don't really need that. Right, so this is the guide on how to use it. Thank you for choosing our products and services. We hope you live. It doesn't say that last bit, but I just added it for fun effect. So it says here, for accurate results, avoid eating, drinking, or exercising 30 minutes before measurement, and stay calm during the process. Well, I've only took a sip of coffee. That might have ballsed it up a bit. But I haven't done any exercise in the last 30 minutes. I haven't eaten anything in the last 30 minutes. And I haven't actually drank anything in the last 30 minutes except for that sip of coffee. So I'm going to say that we're okay for that. So how does this work? Well, first off, we're going to plug up the monitor. It's all in its bubble. Fun bubbles. I hope the fights don't get you too worked up. Is there an alarm on it? Well, no, we don't keep it on. We only take our measurements. That's it. So I'm plugging it up now. Dude, that doesn't go in. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's turned on. Right, the date, or 2023 it says there. I don't know. Set. Oh, I can set the date on it. Okay, so the time you cycle through. Right, okay, so we need to... Okay, so it says 8. So where's the... Nope, that clears it. Doesn't tell me how, like, to set this up. I think I ballsed it up by cycling through them. I should have... No, don't know. We won't worry about the date and time and shit, so... Okay. Okay, so there is a 0 on there. I don't know how this works. I'm not a doctor. What's that noise? It's starting to blow. It thinks this thing's already in there. Error. Well, I haven't put it in, mate. That's why. Just, you know. Right, so I'm guessing that this thing... I've seen him do it at the doctor's. This thing goes in my arm like this. They always do. They always ask me to take my shirt off, but I'm obviously not going to do that on stream. But the OnlyFans stream, innit? Right. They do it quite tight, so we'll do it quite tight too. There we go. We're wrapped up. And then this rubber tube must plug into this. It doesn't look like that this is supposed to come off at all, so We plug that in. Okay. Okay, so it says plug the arm cut off into the monitor, which we've done. Apply the arm cuff onto the left upper arm, which we've done. Attach the cuff firmly using the Velcro and keep a gap of at least 2 fingers between the cuff and your skin. I can get 2 fingers in there, so that's done. Place your arm cuff at the same level as your heart. I'm guessing my heart's about there, so that's done. Back and arms should be supported. Keep feet, legs uncrossed flat. Get on that. It's like a NASA launch, this is. I've got no room. Stressed out already. Press the start-stop button. Remain still until the arm cuff deflates. Here we go. We're doing it. Press it. Pressing the button, guys. Here we go. I've pressed the button. Nothing. I think I just turned it off. Let me turn it on. Okay. Press the start-stop button. Oh, it's inflating. It's inflating. Oh, it's got to be leveled with my heart, so. It's inflating. It's going up. Now, it says the measurement you're reading will display. There's 3 numbers. Systolic, diastolic, and pulse rate. Has anybody ever done this? Relax before you test yourself, mate. There's no relaxing here. I get me blood pressure tested every 6 hours for 4 weeks. Even at 2 a.m. in the morning in hospital. Mate, I ain't waking up at 2 a.m. to do this. Okay. It's tingling a bit in my arm. Remain until the arm cuff deflates. And I guess the numbers are static on here. They're still jumping around. There we go. We've got a reading, guys. Okay. I don't know what the numbers mean. My systolic, which is the top number, says 148. Okay. My diastolic says 105. And the pulse rate says 97. 97 pulse rate does not sound good to me. Okay. 120 over 80 is pretty normal. 148 over 97 is not. There are some like readings here. I don't know if these are meant to be like average here, but it says 126 over 73. Like, I don't know. Is that what it should be? I'm guessing so. It doesn't tell me. I better write this down. Well, this was a test, so we'll write it down though, because I need to know. I've got a piece of paper here. My Mediterranean diet from the doctors. So we got 148, we got 105, and we've got 97. Okay, so that's done, guys. We passed the test. We're still alive. We'll do it after this, and we'll see if it changes. Because then I can say to the doctor, yeah, fighting fantasy is good for my health. If it goes lower afterwards, it means that this is good for my health. Proven, medically proven. And that can be something Ian Livingstone can advertise in his books. Fighting fantasy is medically sound for your health. Okay? Right, so that's done. Done. You guys are the first to see that, by the way. First time I've used that. You guys watch me open it. You guys are the first, okay? I love you the most. Before even myself, alright? Okay. Time for a coffee now. Let's get that heart rate pumping up even more, shall we? Oh, my life. Right. Is everybody ready? Let's do the F's in the chat again, if everyone's ready. Oh, my life. We're going to have some fun today, I'm telling you. Custom profiles? No way. Not rolling double 1 is good for your health. Definitely, guys. Definitely, innit? Right, here we go, guys. Let's start. Chalice is a small town lying on the banks of Silver River, at the base of Moonstone Hills. It has grown from being merely a cluster of cabins and huts to its present size mainly because it became an important trading centre for prospectors seeking gold in the hills. It was the first safe haven for merchants who have travelled west from the flatlands on their way to Silverton. In Chalice they could rest and do business without fear of attack. There are plenty of inns and places of entertainment, and it used to be among the most boisterous towns of Atlantia. But now, as you look out the window of your upstairs bedroom at the Lion Inn, there is no sign of merriment. For 3 weeks, the sky has been dark and menacing. People recently arriving in Chalice, tourists from abroad, from the east, have been told of pestilence, plague, disease, famine. They're moving ever closer to the west. Only yesterday, a story spread like wildfire through the town that someone had discovered where the evil of the source of the evil lay. An elf, flying south on his giant eagle, as they do, over the southern edge of the Moonstone Hills, noticed a good eye spot, spotted it with his eagle eyes, spotted a deep fissure in the ground, a deep Ian fissure in the ground. There's a little joke for all you flight simmers there. Out of which rose a putrid smelling vapor. Someone's cut the cheese, basically. All around the fissure the grass was blackened and the trees were stunted and leafless. As he flew over the fissure, the elf said he saw a scorched and withered hand rise out of the gap. Its claw-like index finger pointed up at the eagle eyes. An energy bolt shot up from the tip of the finger and burned a hole straight through the poor creature. Thunderbolt of lightning, very, very frightening. It crashed to the ground, but the elf escaped with his life, walked to Chalice to tell his tale, and said, "Everybody buy me a drink." Okay? This one is worth a drink. You tell me. You believe you me. All right? You're a friend, by the way, of Yastromo. Do you remember Yastromo, guys? The wizened old Yastromo, who lives on the south edge of Darkwood Forest. And you decide to go visit him and tell this elf's tale. It's like, mate, you've got to listen to this one, right? In the now familiar dusky light of day, you spur your horse northwards to Yastromo's tower, okay? And before nightfall, you reach the overgrown path that leads to it. And you get off your horse quickly, you stride up to the huge oak door, ring the brass bell, which sounds like somebody knocking the door, and it hangs in the stone archway. We're at the door. Ding dong. There's no reply. No one's home. But suddenly, you're tapped on the shoulder, and you whirl around, reaching for your sword. Where's my sword? Shit. Reaching for your sword, right? "There'd be no need for that," grunts the old man who stands before you, shaking his finger in admonishment. What? Admonishment? Admonishment? I've never heard of that word. "What are you doing here anyway? Disturbing my peace and quiet. I haven't laid eyes on you for over a year. And now you just turn up unannounced. Walk straight through my herb garden and ring my bell long enough to wake the dead. Well, what do you want?" "I would like to borrow some brown sugar." You smile to yourself. How does anyone smile to themselves? That's such a weird phrase. You smile to yourself. Like, you get out a mirror and you go, and you smile to yourself. Like, it's impossible to smile to yourself unless you're looking in a mirror, I always think. You smile to yourself while you watch the grumpy old fart display his usual hospitality. And what's so funny, he asks. Your expression immediately changes, and Nostromo frowns when he sees the concerned look on your face. I think we should go upstairs so that you can tell me what the bloody hell is going on. I presume something is troubling you, as I am sure you wouldn't visit me for any other reason, because, you know, you wouldn't just go visit a friend just because you want to hang out with them. There has to be a problem before you go visit a friend. No. You go visit a friend to hang out and say, yo, mate, Nostromo, shall we play some Fighting Fantasy? I've brought over the Forest of Doom. Do you want to play it? Oh, mate, that's sad, that is, that he thinks that it has to be an issue before somebody comes to visit him. I feel so bad for Nostromo. And I can guess that there is something to do with this infernal dark sky I see. Bloody. Well, when you have finished telling Nostromo the elf's tale, he remains sitting silently in his old oak chair. His face as somber as a grave. At last he speaks, sighing with every word. Dude's bummed out. Then, my worst fears are realized. The necromancer has risen. I can't do that. Those fools just spat all over me book. Doesn't he remember us from Forest? Yeah, he's obviously not a morning person. Old Yastro, but dude, I have literally spat all over my book now. I don't know if you can pick that up. Their greed might now bring an end to life in Alancia. Unless, completely puzzled by Nostromo's mutterings, you ask him to explain. Dude, what are you going on about? As if describing a horrible nightmare, Nostromo recounts the legend of the evil necromancer Razak, who threatened Alancia over 100 years ago. So, nothing to worry about now, because that's 100 years ago and he's dead, surely. Although he first learned his skills as an apprentice to a lawful wizard. Sounds a bit like Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, doesn't it? Razak was attracted early on in life by the dark power of evil. Razak is Anakin Skywalker confirmed. Luke, come to the dark side with me. He realized that he could become a great sorcerer who would one day be able to command everyone to obey him. Bitches, listen. He had no desire or intention to use his magic to help Alancia. He wanted the kingdom to be brought to its knees. Bow before your lord. It's Lord Vader, isn't it? He travelled to a remote part of eastern Alancia, and there he practiced his arcane axe. He quickly progressed through the levels of dark magic with his lightsaber. Join me, and together we will rule the galaxy as father and son. From lowly apprentice to wizard himself, and then sorcerer, and that at last his powers were so great that he could do the thumb trick very convincingly. Okay, that's how powerful he was, guys. All right, he became a necromancer. Like, that's the top tier level of magic, isn't it? That's literally the coin trick out of thin air. I haven't got a coin to do the trick with. I haven't got a coin to do the trick with, but he could, because he was magic. Razak, having spent his last 40 years in solitude, he was confined to his home. You know, he had quarantine for the last 40 years of his life. Send you mad, man. Send you mad. Razak then sent messages to all the nobles of Alancia demanding that they acknowledge him as their ruler, you know. The first they ignored him, like, who's this Razak dude? For none had heard of him, like, dunno. Razak took Umbrage? Umbrage? Mate, Ian's just making up words now. What does umbrage even mean? Let me see. Umbrage? Never heard of it. Okay, so umbrage means she took umbrage at his remarks. Am I pronouncing that wrong? Umbrage. Let me hear what it sounds like.
Umbrage.
Umbrage. Oh, sorry. Umbrage.
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 Umbrage. She took umbrage. Get it where you can find it, innit? She took umbrage. Razak took umbrage, and in retaliation brought plague and pestilence to the nobles' provinces, giving them until the next full moon to recognize his leadership. So basically, he rocks into town going, "Yo, I'm the ruler, listen to me." And everyone goes, "Dude, who the hell are you?" And so he starts bringing bad stuff down, throws his dummy out the pram, goes, "You will listen." You know what I mean? Offense. Yeah, he takes offense. I mean, don't know why he just doesn't write he took offense. He's got to bring in these magical words. Umbrage. Umbrage doesn't sound like a real word, does it? Umbrage. Has anybody heard of umbrage in the chat? Have you guys heard of it? I've never heard of umbrage before. You know? So yeah, and then he gives him an ultimatum. He says, "You've got until the next full moon to bow down before me." And they're like, "Or what? Who are you? What are you gonna do?" "Oh yeah, hang on. You've given us plague and pestilence. Sorry. I mean, you're taking credit for that. We don't know if that was actually you who caused it. We could just have mice and rats around. Do you know what I mean? There's no proof, mate. Bring proof and then we'll bow, all right?" So many warriors offered to try to kill this Razak man, and many died in the attempt. But one brave man by the name of Cool succeeded and saved Alancia. "We are the champions, my friends." He owned a sword which... He owned a sword. That's all it took. He owned a sword. Dead. He owned a sword. Which he found in the Moonstone Hills. So he stole a sword that he found lying around. It was just lying in the bush. I took it. Don't know. Gripped by a skeletal hand arising from a mist-covered lake. Imagine taking that one to the police. "Yeah, is this your sword?" I just found it. I mean, there was a lake and there was a hand coming out of it with holding the sword. And I thought, he don't want it anymore. And I just took it. I swear to God, officer. That's where I got it from. Really, mate? Really? Honestly. He immediately wanted it for his own and he reached out for it. The skeleton made no attempt to prevent him. He goes, "Well, if this dead skeleton doesn't want it, clearly." And simply slipped down into the muddy depths of the lake as soon as it released the sword. So the skeleton went and sank into the mud, and he went, "Oh, he obviously don't want this. I'll take it. Thank you very much." This sounds like a really good story. This sounds like Sword in the Stone-ish, but this sounds like a really good story. Where's the book on this? You know what I mean? Hey, Cold Ballistic, how's it going, mate? Hey, Spellsinger. Boom! Oh, yeah. The handshake that can be heard around the world.
Member of the cabin crew.
Spellsinger
celebrates 14 months of membership.
14 months. Thank you so much for joining as a member. Go get those perks. There's videos to watch that nobody else can see when you join as a member. And in the next week, I will be releasing my playthroughs of the Fighting Fantasy books. Adam Plays Fighting Fantasy. First one comes within the next 7 days. So if you join up as a member, you'll get to watch that. Okay? If not, you'll have to wait every 2 weeks for us to do this. So he slipped down into the muddy depths of the lake as soon as it was released. The sword, excuse me. Kull was so overwhelmed with the sword that nothing else mattered to him. He steered his raft to the shore and began testing out his new weapon. Sort of see how it handles, you know. He discovered that nothing could dull its edge. Sweet. And that he could cut through plate mail armor with ease. He did not realize that the sword had actually once belonged to Razak and was the only weapon in the whole world with the power to slay him. What are the chances of this person finding this in the lake when it happened to belong to Razak? Like, that's just like 1 in a billion trillion million, surely, chances of this guy coming across the very weapon that will kill Razak. Razak, in order to become a necromancer, had to relinquish all weapons. So he had to ditch it. He couldn't keep it. There was no power strong enough to destroy his cursed sword. So to try to rid himself of the sword, Razak just threw it into the lake. Thought nobody will find it here. Pitched it into the lake. But it rose to the surface in the grip of the skeleton. I mean, nothing stays buried forever, guys. For years, the skeleton clutched the sword until Kull caught sight of it and took it for himself. And so, a twist of fate took the invincible Kull to Razak, and Razak was slain at the hand of Kull by the sword that had once been his own. I mean, yeah. Why does Nostromo think Razak's back then, if he's been killed? Dunno, man. But the moment Razak was slain, Kull's flesh fell from his bones and lay in a pile of dust around his skeletal feet. This sword is beginning to sound like the Infinity Gauntlet now. Razak's magic had condemned him to an eternal nightmare as a skeleton, unable to release the sword until some other poor schmuck comes along and tries to pick up the sword. Hey? He's always thinking, Razak. Always thinking. Hey, team's almost here. Yeah, where's Matt G, man? We need the Matt G, man. Right, so it's literally a pass-on sword, isn't it? He seized a hooded robe and fled into Moonstone Hills, and it is said that this day he drifts constantly across the same lake on his raft, clutching the sword, unable to rest until someone takes it from him. Anyway, guys, good night. I'm off to bed. That sounds like a creepy story that you tell your kids when you're on holiday camping, you know? And it's said that he walks the earth in search of his sword. Razak's body was placed in stone sarcophagus and entombed in the Ian Fissure of the Southern Hills. So that's the fissure, that's the smelly fissure that's coming up. That's what it's Razak's decayed body, I guess. The crypt was sealed by a lawful sorcerer who decreed that it must remain unopened for That it must remain unopened for 110 years. Very specific dates. Otherwise, the necromancer would rise with a host of undead to destroy all life. Let me read this again. The crypt was sealed by a lawful sorcerer. So a sorcerer put Razak in his coffin, put gaffer tape around the sarcophagus, sealed him up and said, yeah, but there's 110 years guarantee on this seal, okay? Otherwise, the necromancer would rise. If he gets out within 110 years, life's over, guys. Just end yourself, because he'll end you before that. I can only assume. Assumptions, Nostromo. You know what I mean? We need facts. We need hard facts here, mate. I can only assume, concludes Nostromo with a deep sigh, that treasure hunters found the necromancer's crypt and opened it unknowingly. It's those guys that go into caves in the UK and they clean them up and stuff like that. Have you seen that on YouTube, guys? There's a YouTube channel with the UK guys. They literally film themselves going into caves underground where people have been fly tipping or living there or whatever, and they clean it up and they explore it. And I reckon these guys have come across Razak's old tomb and gone, ooh, this looks nice. Let's open it up, because no harm ever came from opening up a entombed sarcophagus underground. Like, that should be legit. And obviously somebody's opened it, and of course Razak's come out and gone, yo, bitches, I'm back. Oh, but it's going to be difficult. Razak must be destroyed before it's too late. We'll need to find Razak's sword and a number of talismans and amulets that will protect you from the necromancer's magic. I trust you will volunteer for this mighty task. Well, hang on a sec, mate. If he's a necromancer, why don't we send another sorcerer, wizard man, up against him? Because if I've got a little bitty sword, I need to find the Razak killing machine sword, and then I can stop him. But you've got magic. Surely you could just have a wizard war, and you'd be more likely to win than me, who doesn't know any magic, mate. Can't even do the bloody walk the dog on the yo-yo. If it hadn't been for those pesky kids, I would have gotten away with it. He saw Razak in a drug-induced stupor. Anyone been to any of the Fighting Fantasy Fests? Mate, I've never been. I was asked to go by the organizers 1 year to promote my books, but I never was able. In fact, they asked me 2 years on the trot, and I was never able to go. There was always something that came up and prevented me from going. I've always wanted to go, but yeah. Maybe we should all just say that we're going to go and go and actually do it. I mean, it's a bit hard for people living in Australia, I guess, isn't it? Ask Yastromo to throw in some rations. Yo, mate, can I have a sandwich, please? I'm starved. I've not been able to put anything in my pack. Slowly, you nod your head. Yeah, go on then, we'll do it, mate. Although your brain is still spinning from his bullshit. And poor Kull, I mean, the dude killed Razak, died himself. He's imprisoned in this skeleton forever until some other guy goes and grabs a sword. And now it seems like we have to go kill Razak, knowing that there is a... Hang on a second, Yastromo, mate. Whoa. You're sending me on a mission to kill a sorcerer where the only way to kill him is to get his sword, right? Which when we take the sword out of the dead skeleton who's entombed in there and then kill Razak, we become the dead skeleton entombed forever. Sounds like a bloody good adventure to me. Sign me up, please. It's a doom. He's sending me on a suicide mission. Man, Yastromo, mate, what are you smoking in your herb garden? Now, don't worry about that sword. I won't let you become a skeleton. Oh, well, I feel better now. Thanks, Yazzie. Just bring it back here in the meantime. I'll be calling on a few people who can help us. There is no time to waste. You must find the lake in Moonstone Hills. Find the lake in Moonstone Hills. Objective number 1. Rest well tonight. Leave at first light. And what little of it there is. Seriously. Yazzie, mate. Cooking his own books. So okay, we don't actually have to go kill Razak. We have to go get the sword. As soon as we pick it up, we're cursed to die if Razak dies. We have to bring it back to Yastromo because he knows a little bit of magic or something. I don't know why Yastromo ain't going to do this if he knows the magic. Anyway, that's the intro, guys. That's one hell of an intro, I feel. Whew, I'm bloody knackered now. Is there one coming up this September? I think, is it October or September, guys, when the Fighting Fantasy Fest happens? I'm not actually sure. I don't actually know. I got a question for you guys, right? It's a bit of a sensitive, serious question. So I enjoy doing these Fighting Fantasy reads, guys. I absolutely love it. Okay? I enjoy reading. I enjoy doing the voices. You know, I would read it this way to myself when I play these games. I'm not doing it just because there's a camera. This is how I would read the book when I play through it. Do you guys enjoy when I read the book and then kind of comment and make jokes along the way? Or do you just want me to read it dead straight? Like, only read the words that are in the book and not sort of elaborate a scene around what's in the book. Do you know what I mean? Like, I try and create a world of what I'm reading by adding extra little bits in myself. Do you guys even enjoy that? Or does it irritate you? Does it go, dude, just read what's in the book, mate, and stop adding your own bullshit? Like, feedback to me, guys. Let me know. Which one do you prefer? The my version or the, you know, Ian and Steve version? Like, let me know, guys. You're not going to offend me. I'm asking you to be straight with me. Okay? If there is one coming up, we should all attend it. Adam's Fighting Fantasy Crew. I'll get the t-shirts printed. The AFFF. Wait, that sounds dodgy. We're all in white shirts with a Fighting Fantasy logo. AFFF. That, don't know why, but it just sounds dodgy, that does. Yeah, the jokes and I can't hilarity is that because there's icons in the way here on my screen. Let me go on to the other one. They're on there as well. The jokes and hilarity make this special. It's more interesting when you add more fun. Like, so that's 2 people out of 7. Guys, everybody watching, please let me know. Do you want? Because I've had it right where who was it now? It wasn't on one of my videos. They were just like, dude, stop pissing them out. They emailed me and literally said, stop swearing. I'll pay you money to not swear. Like, and said, just read the books and forget the jokes or something. Anyway, they took their time out to email. I don't think it was Ian or Steve who did that. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't think it was Ian or Steve said, oh, mate, you're destroying the good name of our books here with all your jokes. No, it wasn't like that. It's more interesting when you add more fun. Okay. If that's the consensus generally, I mean, we've already lost 2 viewers. They were like, I'm not mentioning anything. Bye, forget it. They've okay. Let's just continue on, and I'll just chill and not worry about it because I want to be able to, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I think I need to have a beer and chill out. I really look forward to the chats and jokes. It makes it more fun. Have I just read that, or is that repeated? No, no. I'd like to get my books and maps signed by Ian and Steve. Mate, you imagine taking your entire collection to Fighting Fantasy Fest. There's over 70 books. Mate, can you just sign about 70 books, please? Imagine that. Or is it a case of you take all your books, you take the first one up as you, oh, can you sign this please, mate? Thank you very much. You go grab another book, put a silly disguise on and go, all right, can you sign this for me please? And then you go and get another disguise on and you swap out every disguise as a new person and you go up, thank you very much. Do you know what I mean? That would be so funny. Hey Jack, keep the jokes, bro. Oh, cheers. Okay. Yeah, Rhymester, your maps definitely need to be, given to Ian and Steve to sign. Definitely. Jack's on board. Jacko is on board. Okay. Shall we start the book, guys? I mean, we're an hour into this and we haven't even started the book yet. That's to ensure that we actually have a video to watch. Because if I started the book straight away, the video would only be about 8 minutes long because we usually die by then. Okay. So we've gone to sleep in Yazzy's tower and he's like, go to sleep, don't worry about it. You're going to go off, find the sword, the death sword, bring it back to me, and together we'll rule the galaxy. Together we'll save the galaxy. In the world of Titan, it never talks about the solar system, the galaxy. It's always just about that planet. It never discusses where that planet is sitting in relation to the universe or other planets. I don't know. I mean, in Titan, it does talk about like the gods of the skies, but nothing really, you know. That's exactly right, Rhymester. Skill 7, stamina 21, luck 10. Thank you very much. So we wake up in the morning, okay, at Yazzy's place. We wake up. We're in we're in the forest in his tower, Rapunzel Tower. But we just had a nightmare in which the undead creatures attacked us with swords, and Yastramo tapped me on the shoulder just as they were about to kill us. He goes, "Time to get up. It's almost dawn," he says in a sleepy voice. Within 20 minutes, you're outside, you're mounted on your horse. Yastromo is smiling, ever the optimistic, in the face of this danger, and he hands you a small glass vial. "Here you go, sunshine. Hey, here's a little pick-me-up. It's a healing potion. Now, I've got enough for 5 swigs, and every time you swig it, you'll get 4 points of your stamina restored." So we've got healing potion, guys, times 5. Now that's going in the backpack, and we've only got 7 we've only got enough room in our backpack for 7 items, and our healing potion is one of them. So it'll give us 4 points when we need it, so we can have a little sip. So if you guys want me to use the healing potion, I want you to write in the capital letters the word heal, okay, when you want me to use one of the swigs. We've got 5 swigs, okay? So that's, how can I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 of them. They're the swigs, guys. So we've got 5. Hey, Figsorello G. Welcome in, mate. There was somebody called Matt G, and now we got Figsorello G. Your first time viewer, enjoying what you're doing so far. Yes, keep the fun going. Oh, thank you so much. Like, somebody who new comes in, appreciate those words. I really do, because you have no idea what we've been getting up to, mate, in the past 2 or 3 years. We've done hundreds of these, by the way. So that you can see all of the past years for this year on my channel. But the ones we've done in 2023, 2022, all the way back to 2018, they're a part of my membership group. So if you want to watch those streams, join up as a member, mates. Join up as the Fighting Fantasy member, and you'll be able to access all of them for the past however many years it's been. 2018 we started over on Facebook, and then I transferred the Facebook ones to YouTube. Anyway, so let me know every time you want me to use it. Heal in the chat, and I'll deduct one of them off. Okay? I better make a note of how many we've got as well. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so gulp gulp. The old wizard then waves you off as you gallop off on your horse, heading east towards the Moonstone Hills in search of the Lost Lake. By midday, the hills rise up threateningly from the horizon, flanking you from north to south, and you wonder, how will you ever find that lake? By nightfall, you find yourself at the foot of the hills where Silver River flows out onto the windward plain towards Chalice, and you decide to camp by the river because it's now nighttime, guys. Alright? It's now nighttime. Let's get the old campfire going. There we go. The campfire is rocking in the night time. Oh, storm of brewing, guys. There's a bit of wind. There's a bit of thunder. There's a bit of a storm. We've got the fire though. We should be okay. We're in our tents. Okay. We camp by the river and we make a fire to keep ourselves warm. This is still the first. This is still the first paragraph, by the way, guys. And the fire will also ward off any hunters at night. The night passes without incident. Okay, so we're all good. Early morning again, guys. Okay. Back in the forest now. It's morning. You wake up. You feel hungry, even though we've got full stamina. After eating bread and cheese from your backpack. Oh, hang on a second. It told us at the beginning of this book we couldn't take any food. Now suddenly somebody slipped in bread and cheese. Fair enough. You climb onto your horse and you decide which way to head. So we have a choice of two directions, guys. Which way? We can either go east into the hills. Okay, we'll have to cross the river and ride east into the hills, or we can follow the river north up into the hills. So we can either go north or east, guys, basically. North or east. Which one do you want to do? Jack says heal. Mate, we can't heal. We've got full stamina. We have to have lost 4 points of stamina first before we can heal the 4 points of stamina. All right, Jack? Now, I know you're new, mate. All right? Okay. I know you're new to this, right? He knows what I'm talking about. It's all right. Jack's from Flight Sim, guys. Jack's a friend of mine from Flight Sim. He's only watched a few of our streams. He probably doesn't know the rules. We'll let him off on that one, right? We'll let him off. Right, John McCabe says north. Right, so we follow the river and we head north. No worries, mate. Here we go. You climb steadily up the hills, following the winding river. So, I mean, it must be a bit windy up in the hills. Okay, so we'll follow that. I said it must be a little bit windy up in those hills. There we go. Quiet wind. Following the winding river. After an hour or so, the ground becomes very marshy and your horse has to struggle to keep moving forward. It appears that this part of the river often breaks its banks and floods the valley. If you wish to keep heading north, we can, or we can cross the river and go east. So, last chance, guys. Which one? Like east or continue north? Everybody refresh the page that you're on, by the way. Just click the refresh button in case you're lagging behind. That way, nobody's lagging behind. Make sure everybody give a refresh. Because if you lag behind, it's a massive delay and, you know, it's just not fun that way. So if you refresh your screen, it's beautiful. Oh, shit, Leo. Thank you. Oh, Leo, mate. I forgot. There you go. Oh, I so forgot about that, mate. Completely forgot. We're using it now, but we're like an hour in. So add 1 hour. Add 1 hour to that timer. Okay? The timer is plus 1 hour. Okay? I can't believe I forgot. Thank you, Leo, for reminding me. Right, so Spellsinger says continue north. So we're going to keep heading north. Higher and higher. We're going north. Higher and higher. Da, 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 da. And it's getting a bit windier, guys, okay, in these hills. So it's getting a bit windier in these hills. I don't think these windy hills are that windy, actually. Ahead, you see movement in the tall, wet grass and become aware of a loud buzzing noise. 6 large, mottled black harpoon flies suddenly rise into the air, each the size of a pigeon. Guys, look at the size of that thing. Can you believe it? Look how big that is. It's massive. Each the size of a pigeon. Although their heads appear to have elongated proboscis, it is actually a poisoned needle-like spike which harpoon flies can shoot at a target with. They can only grow 1 needle at a time, though, and it takes a week for the needle to grow back after it's been fired. So they're a bit like a bee, but they have extra ones available to them. The poison paralyzes the harpoon fly's victims, and female harpoon flies then lay their eggs under the skin so that the maggots will have plenty of meat to feed on when they hatch. Guys, is anybody else itching suddenly? I feel like I got eggs under my skin now. That's just... Oh, okay. Now it says roll 1 die, guys. Roll 1 die. We rolled a 2. It says roll 1 die to determine how many needles hit you. If you're hit by 1 or 2 needles, turn to this page. Okay. I guess we got hit by 2 needles, guys. Should be okay. Should be alright. The strong poison acts quickly, but unfortunately your constitution can cope with a small amount. Your limbs get to feel stiff, but don't become paralyzed. Lose 4 points of stamina. That's a meal's worth, isn't it? So we're down to 17, is it? 20, yeah, 17. Oh, I'm on the green pen. You urge your horse on, cutting your sword through the air to ward off the hovering flies, which you're waiting for your prey to fall. But you manage to escape from them, and as soon as you feel safe, you swallow a tot of Yastromo's healing potion to counter the effects of the poison. We don't even have a choice, guys. We have to swig. So now we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4 lots. Back up to 21. Doesn't even give me... What was that, guys? It doesn't even give us a choice on that. That's a bit... Anyway, we managed to escape from them, and as soon as you feel better, yeah, we drink the healing potion. You immediately feel better. Oh, but you do not regain stamina points. Sorry, we're back down to 17 again. We don't regain diddly squat, guys. Holy moly. But you do not regain any stamina points. Relieved to be past them. So we just wasted a bloody... That's... Ian, that's pretty clever, Ian. Well done. Relieved to be past the marsh. Relieved, sorry, not relived. Relieved to be past the marsh. You continue your trek into the hills following the river. Unbelievable. You wind your way through slowly north, and 2 hours later notice a cave halfway up the hill on the other side of the valley. Do you wish to cross the river to look at the cave, or would you rather continue following the river? Guys, do you want to go into a cave, or shall we stick to the river? Cave or river? Sunny, beautiful day out there. It's been beautiful past few days here. Go for walks, man. Get a tan. Need to trim the old beard. It's getting a bit bushy. It's getting a bit Santa Clausy. Cave. John says, let's go for the cave. Okay. Let's go caving. If we don't find a skeleton with a sword in its hand. The river is wide, but not very deep, and you have no trouble crossing it. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hang on a second here. Yeah. You ride up the hill, and as you approach the cave, you see a well-worn path runs out from its mouth and down the hill. You climb down from the saddle, tie your horse to a rock, walk up to the entrance of the cave. The cave is dark, and you cannot see far beyond the entrance. Do you wish to enter the cave? Or would you rather ride back down the hill and follow the river back up the valley? What do you reckon, guys? There's a nasty pasty monster in that cave. Okay. Make sure you refresh your screen, guys. Refresh the stream. Okay, so nobody's lagging behind, because I feel like there's a couple of people lagging behind here. So what do we want to do? Are we going in the cave, or are we going to follow the river back up to the valley? What do you reckon? Cave or valley? But the advert started here. Skip. With a skill of 7, this might be a dodge. Spellsinger, is that you saying go up to the valley? I mean, that doesn't... No, that's just a recommendation. That's not actually saying go up the valley. This is an opinion of a rep. So it's John who's coming with the first one, and he says, get in that cave. Let's go. Okay. Guys, we step into the cave. It's pitch dark inside the cave, and to safeguard yourself from falling down an unseen pit, you got to get your mobile out, guys, and use the torch, okay? So we can see ourselves, find our way through, okay? You have to tap the ground in front of you with your sword, like a blind man with a stick. We got to do like a stick thing and a blind man thing, like that. Go through the cave like that, because it's so dark. Suddenly your sword hits something solid directly in your path. Somebody else, probably. Which sounds if it's metal. That's metal, but it don't sound metal when it hit it with wood. So you reach out and feel the object and deduce that it is a large metal box bolted to the ground. It has a hinged lid. Do you wish to try lift the lid, or would you rather walk back to your horse? So we got a box, guys. Imagine this is a metal box. We've just felt it, and it's got a hinged lid. Do we want to open it, or do we want to say, c'est la vie, and let's get out of here? I got a bad feeling about this. Well, Spellsinger's saying welcome to somebody who's already... What? Spellsinger, what? Mate, we've said hello to Figs Giro, whatever, ages ago, mate. Spellsinger, refresh your screen, mate. I think you might be a bit behind. Fig Sorello just says cave. I think Figgy, you need to refresh your screen as well, mate. We're about to open a box. Okay, we're already in the cave. Do you want to lift the lid, or do you want to... It sounds like Ian giving us every chance to leave the cave. Like every opportunity. It's looting time. Leo, is that you saying open it? Hey, Spellsinger, how are you? Hey, Adam, sorry, how are you? I'm fine, Spellsinger, mate. How are you, mate? Why are you randomly saying that, mate? What's going on? Mate, I don't know what's going on with Spelly. Are we opening this box, guys, or what? I don't know what's going on. We got a box in front of us. We're in a cave. It's black, pitch black. It's so dark you can't even read the chat to see what the decision is. Okay? I'm gonna have some nuts. This is beginning to get a little nutty. I've got some almonds, you know. Moonmat says, open it up. Hello, Moonmat. How's it going? Let's open this box up. And unleash hell. On my command, unleash hell. Excuse me. Let's try and lift the lid. Oh, shouldn't have had that nut. It's flaking in my throat. Oh, I got pieces of nuts in my throat. Ah. What's in the box? Holy sh... Is that for us? God, I bloody hope not. I hope that picture doesn't pertain to us. Oh, never eat nuts while on stream, guys. The little pieces get stuck in your throat. Right, we stand to one side of the metal box, fearing a trap, because we know what Ian's like. You lift up the lid with your sword from afar. You're like that, from afar, doing it like... and as soon as we do, the cave is immediately bathed in a brilliant white light, which shines out from the box and is so intensely bright, it hurts our eyes, and we can see through our hands. It's that bright. Squinting through half-closed eyes, right, you see that you're not alone. Animated by the light are two rad hulks. Rad hulks? Or red hulks? Rad hulks lumber towards you from the back of the cave. They are hairless and have sallow skin which bulges with pulsating red veins running up and down their bodies. So they're a couple of bodybuilders, basically. Although blind, they can sense your body heat. Like Predator. You know? And they move in to touch you. Here. And here. They touch me here. Okay, so we can either try and close the lid of the box straight away. Okay. We can, yeah, is this bright, brilliant white light going to give us any radiation poisoning, guys? I don't know if radiation poisoning is a thing in Titan, by the way. I don't think they know about it. We can either turn and just leg it after we've unleashed hell, or we can try and close the lid, or we can actually have a go at them. We can have a fight. What do you want to do? Do you want to fight the Red Hulks? Do you want to turn and run? Or do you want to close the lid of the box? Which one of the three, guys? Fight, run, or close the lid? Which one of them three? Legit creepy passage up until Rad Hulks. It's the Ark of the Covenant! Figgy, mate, you're absolutely right. It's the Ark of the Covenant. Our face is going to melt like that German dude. Do we have full health, Jack says? We have 17 health, mate. So, you know, we can't take much. We can't take a beating too much, guys. And we're in a cave, so we can't actually, like, get on our horse and leg it, can we? We can beat some rats. Yeah, forget the radiation hulks. Let's find and kill some rats while we're waiting. Okay? So we can close the lid, we can run, or we can fight. We only have 7 skill. That's right, Figgy. We only have 7 skill, mate. Only got 7. 7 heaven. V low. I don't even know what that means, mate. V low? V low. Very low. Very low health. Yes. Sorry. Very low health. Close or run. I mean, there's 3 options, mate. There's close, run, or fight. So, if somebody can pick one of those 3 options, that'd be great. You know? Nobody wants to do the one that nukes us. Nobody wants to be responsible for killing us, do they? That's why nobody's choosing anything. The skill is very low, mate. We know this. We know this, mate. Jacko says run. Right. So, leave these monsters to their own devices. Let's just run. Okay. Something tells me. One of the Red Hulks picks up a rock and hurls it as you flee. We got to test our luck. Luckily, our luck is 10. I rolled a 3, which means we were lucky. And now we've got 9. So, we were lucky on this one, mate. So lucky. If this is an Ian Livingstone book, the Red Hulks would be too ripped. I agree with you 100% there, mate. So, yeah. The rock hurtles past our head. Missed me, now you gotta kiss me. It by millimeters. It misses us by millimeters, though. You do not stop to look back. You just leg it out of the cave, get on your horse, and just watch them take over the world, I guess. Like, we've unleashed these creatures, and now we're just gonna leg it? Is it our fault that the sky is black? Relieved to be in the outside of the open air again. So, we're back. Okay, we're back up the beautiful... Oh, thank God for that. You jump on your horse and you ride down the hill to follow the river further along the valley. So we're back following a river. Okay? Further along the valley. Oh, do you know what? I didn't even mention, guys, the illustrations in this book. Right? So this color map here is done by somebody called Leo Hartas. Okay? The illustrations in this book, which I think are really good, were done by John Sibick. And the cover illustration is Les Edwards, which I think that is fan-bloody-tastic. I'm guessing that's Razik, by the way, guys. That's got to be Razik. He doesn't look too happy, does he? He looks like he could do with a bit of sleep as well. Oh, sugar. I've lost me way. Hang on, backtrack for a second here. Luckily, I've remembered that one. So we get onto our horse. Yes. Yep, and then it's that one. Okay, I know that one. Like Rambo in First Blood Part 2. Right, an hour later, you decide that you're traveling too far north, and you must head east if you're ever to find the Lost Lake. The book has just decided to change our course. At a suitable point, you turn east away from the river and ride up into the hills again. We're back up into those hills. Okay? Sometime later, you catch sight of a thin plume of smoke rising up on the other side of the nearest hill to your left. Do you want to go and see what's causing the smoke, which I'm guessing is some fire? Because without smoke, there ain't no fire. If you would rather carry on, though, we can also do that. So, do you want to go look at some fire, some smoke? Or shall we just ignore that and go, yeah, the firemen will get that. Firefighters will call it, yeah. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Yeah, there's a fire over on the distance, mate. Can you go put the fire out? Cheers, I'm carrying on. Bye. Which one do you want to do, guys? Coffee's gone. We're on the water now. Let's go check out the smoke. It's a barbecue. It's a Titan barbecue. They are famous for their barbecues, I think. I don't actually know. Let's go check it out. Oh, dude, this don't look good. There's the black smoke. Oh, there's a dude here. Arrow. As you ride over the crest of the hill, your question is quickly answered. The plume of smoke is rising from the dying embers of a wooden hut burnt to the ground. To be fair, that looks like Simfan. If anybody knows who... looks a bit like Simfan, that guy. An old gold miner with an arrow in his stomach is lying motionless. He's like, help me! Well, actually, he's lying motionless, so he ain't saying a thing, to be honest. Propped up against a barrel, there's an axe lying by his side. Do you want to see if he's still alive, or would you rather just go, he's dead, carry on east? Which one? Hot dog, please. Hold the mustard. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to go see if this dude is still alive with an arrow in his chest? Or shall we carry on going, he's gone? Yeah, hello? Yeah, there's a guy with an arrow in his chest here. Can you call the ambulance, please? I'm carrying on. Bye. Which one do you want to do, guys? Check him out, Spellsinger says. Let's go check him out. Spellsinger's thinking, has he got a wallet, isn't it? Has he got some... Has he got a wallet we can have a look at? Just to check his ID, like, you know. And make sure he is who he says who he is, you know. Oh, there's money in there. Oh, well, he ain't going to use it. We might as well have it. You press your ear against the old man's chest. He's still alive, but only just. You try to give him water from the barrel, and he coughs and he groans, and he's unable to drink it because of his stomach wound. You know, the arrow sticking out. He's like, mate, I can't drink the water. It's leaking out of me hole. Slowly, his eyes open a little, and he starts to speak in a laboured whisper. Better get this one close if he's dying. Like, let's get this close. Orcs. 4 of them. It took my gold and my food. Headed east from here. Be careful of the ambush. Look inside. Barrel. Take the... The dude dies, mate. The dude dies before he could finish the sentence that he said. I'm just watching that on there. I want to see what it looks like. Hang on a second. I gotta wait for it to catch up with me there. Oh, he never finishes his sentence. I mean, mumbling. Literally sounds like somebody talking in their sleep. And his last words are lost in his dying breath. Didn't finish it. Didn't. Do you know what, mate? My golden rule is never give up. Okay. After burying the old man, you decide to tip up the water barrel, but not before drinking your fill. Add 1 stamina point. We're on 18 points now, guys. 18 stamina. Why were we tipping up this water barrel for? That's a bit weird. We have a drink and then we investigate the empty barrel. It has got a full... Oh, so hang on. Whoa, hang on. After burying the old man, you decide to tip up the water barrel, but not before drinking your fill. Add 1 stamina point. But when you investigate the empty barrel... I don't know why we've emptied the water out of the barrel. That seems weird to me. We drink it, we throw the rest away. Anyway, there's a false bottom in the bottom of this barrel when it's empty. There's a false bottom. You prise it open with your sword and find a gold nugget inside worth 10 gold pieces, a knife, and a phial of clear liquid labeled holy water. We'll count all this as one item, by the way. So we put the nugget and the phial in our pocket. No choice about that. So we've got holy water. And a knife, isn't it? A knife. Holy water and a knife. So we put the nugget, which is 10 gold pieces. So I'm just going to give us 10 gold pieces. Do you want to put... Oh, hang on, wait. After putting the nugget and the vial, in your pocket, and placing the knife in your belt... Oh, so the knife isn't really a... doesn't really count as a place. You examine the strange crystal, eh? What crystal? I thought it was a gold. Oh, sorry. And it had the holy water and a translucent crystal hanging from a gold chain. There's also a piece of crystal. Sorry. Do you want to put the chain around your neck, or would you rather just leave it and ride southeast to avoid the orcs? Orcs? Oh yeah, he said about orcs. So are we keeping this chain, this crystal chain, guys? We don't want his life story. We ain't nothing but a gold digger. Right, so are we keeping the crystal chain, or are we just leaving it and going southeast to avoid the orcs? So, crystal, translucent crystal on a chain. Sounds very intriguing to me. That's a good find. Put the chain on. Right, okay, we'll put the chain on. That's the second item. Crystal chain. I mean, actually, no, it doesn't go in our backpack. So I'll just make note of it. Crystal chain. So we're wearing a bit of bling. A bit of bee. Okay. We wish to put it on. You are now wearing a crystal of sanity. This talisman will protect you from any assault on your sanity. Taking heed of the miner's warning, you turn your horse southeast to avoid the orcs. Dude, we got a crystal chain of sanity. Oh yeah. We can't go mental. Simples. No, we are anti-mental. If somebody says you've lost your mind, say, mate, I'm wearing the crystal of sanity. I can't go mental. You're the mental. Okay? Can we mold the gold into some teeth? Yo, what's cracking, bitches? I got me crystal of sanity. It's no vanity, but I'm cutting up through Titan, killing all the Mitons, and everybody around me's dropping like flies. But hey, guess what? We're going on a spies mission. Dum, 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 dum. We got the crystal of sanity, man. It's fantasy. Anyway. As you ride along, you gaze up the somber skies. You gaze up at the somber sky, thinking of your rap career that you could have had, scanning it for winged killers that might swoop down to attack. There are no flying creatures to be seen, but an unnerving silence ascends, a shiver down your spine. You look around for signs of orcs, because the old dude told us about some orcs. But you didn't see anything. There's nothing there. Suddenly, your horse moans and whinnies and rears up on its hind legs. Roll 2 dice. Luckily, we tipped that water over. I rolled a 6. What does that mean? We're rolling against our skill, guys. Fuck. We are so lucky. It is less than our skill score, which is very easy to beat at 7. So we rolled a 6. That was so lucky. I think the dice are with us today, guys. Keeping a firm grip on the reins of your horse, you're able to stay on the saddle. Suddenly, 3 evil-looking creatures materialize in front of you by magic and ambush you. That doesn't sound very lucky to me. That sounds a bit unlucky, if you ask me. Oh, my God. Well, every woman's dream here. Look at that dude. Hey, what are these fellas' things? Like, 3 stone-coloured chameleonites bound forward on 2 legs with strange, jerky movements. Like that. Their bulbous eyes and long tongues protrude from their reptilian heads, and their bodies are covered with scales. But they are humanoid in shape, and each carries a stone club. And they're going to attack us. Now, luckily, they also have a skill of 7. They also have a stamina of 7, but one has a skill of 6, and 2 of them have staminas of 6 as well. So this is actually a pretty even, fair match. So we shouldn't actually die here. But you never know. Ask him if they be gangster. Yeah, we just run into the West Side Crew, guys. We just run into the West Side Crew, haven't we? Over the bay, it's the West Side Crew. There's a gang war about to go off. Yo, 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 throw your hood down. Here we go. Let's cut it up, guys. Let's do this now. Come on, guys. Jump into me taco. Let's go. Right, so we both got a skill of 7. There is no benefit. No one has to do anything on this. There's no benefit. So they attack us. They roll first. He rolls a 9. A 9. And we roll a 7. We lose 2 points. Straight off the bat. Not a good start. He then rolls a 6. Here we go. Come on. Let's get it. We roll a 10. Yes, my son. They lose 4 points. They're down to 3 now. Or that first one is. There's 3 of them to fight, guys. He rolls a 6. Okay. Oh, hang on. Wait. It says here, fight them one at a time. If you're still on horseback, add 2 to your attack strength. Oh, whoa, whoa. Hang on. Whoa. Whoa. Rewind time. We've got the time stone. Rewind time. Give me back up to 18. Fights starting all over again. It says if you're still on your horse, you add 2 to your attack strength. Well, I'm assuming we're on our horse, It didn't say we came off our horse, did it, guys? So we have a skill of 9 during this attack, right? So he has to -2 off his score. Innit? And he attacks us, so he rolls a 10, which is exactly what he rolled last time. The first one, but it becomes an 8. And we roll... Fuck, that almost went to double 1 then. It's a 3, but it went over. It was double 1, and then it went over to 2. So he rolled an 8, we rolled a 3. We actually lose 5 points this time. God, that was actually worse. We're down to 13 from 18. This is actually worse for us. He rolls a 7, which becomes a 4. No, a 5. And we roll double 1s. We roll bloody double 1s, sunshine. Alright, do you know what? Chameleonites, whatever. We're dead. He lost 4 stamina. No, we lost that stamina. But it don't matter now because we're dead. We's dead. Let's do the heart rate monitor again. See how dead we are. I don't bloody believe it. Right, we're going to do the heart rate monitor again. Here we go. I can see why nurses do this now. Once you get it stuck to the Velcro, it's hard to bloody get off. Oh. Okay. Oh, I could do with a nurse here to do this for me. My heart rate's going to be elevated just putting this bloody thing on. Hang on, that's not right now. Oh God. Okay. Like that. And put it on. Calm yourself down. Come on. I mean, we know what it's going to be, so there's no point pretending. Right, there we go. Where's the device? Here it is. Okay, guys, here we go. Second one. We did it before. Where's the... Oh, it's already started. Okay, I've got the results from last time. 148, 105, 97. Now we're doing it again. Razik is a glorified pimp. You heard it here first, guys. I feel like this is actually too tight now. Error. Yeah, I think it's too tight. I can't get 2 fingers underneath it. I think I pulled that too tight. Right. Or have I put this on wrong? Maybe I've put it on wrong. Okay, I can get 2 fingers under that. I think this might be on wrong now, though, to be honest. Okay, pump me up. Let's do it. So you are still alive for now. Each round only costs... No. Figs, mate. We've got different rules here. I'll tell you after this. I'll update you, mate. Yeah, we have our own rules for combat to make it a bit more interesting, mate. It's not a fireball in his hand. It's the light shining from his sovereign rings. He's gangster all the way. Isn't he? Your blood pressure is too high. You broke it. It's just melted in my hand, mate. It's Razik, isn't it? It's Razik. It's not me. It's Razik. Razik's made me all upset. You are... Hey, Wargaming Dad. Hello, mate. Welcome back. It errored again. I think I've got this set up wrong here. Hang on. I think when I pulled it off last, I think it doesn't go... Because I had to feed it through itself. So I think I'm putting it... I might have to... Oh, shit. Fuck. Right. I'm pretty sure it was this way. But that doesn't make sense. The Velcro has to go back on itself. So that doesn't make sense to have it through that way. Let's try it though. Twice it's errored. Yeah, there's nothing for it to attach to. There's no Velcro. It has to go that way. It was on correctly. So it's not that I had it incorrectly wrapped around my arm. That is the only way you can put it on. Just feel like it wasn't correct. See, I'm sure... No. Velcro is not on the out... Last time, I'm sure the Velcro wasn't on the outside. It was on the inside. Hang on, I thought... Right, so for those who are just joining us, who don't understand what we do with the combat system. So everybody's read these books since the 80s, and we're all in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. We've read these books so many times, that doesn't make even sense. Oh, it's got a thing on here on how you do it. Little demonstration diagram. We've done these books so many times that, you know, we've tried it with just losing 2 stamina points in the past, and it takes forever to do a battle, and it's just, for live streaming purposes, it's not practical. So we've tweaked the rules by each party throws to determine their attack strength. Each party rolls the dice. Now, depending on what the skills are on each side, there is a modifier added or taken away from whoever has the weaker. You know, so if you're weaker, you -2 or 3 or whatever the difference is between the 2 skills, you minus it off the dice already. Okay? And then it's the difference of your attack strengths which does the damage. So in other words, if you roll a really good roll, you inflict more damage on the other opponent, which, to be honest, sounds more realistic than just 2, no matter what happens. Because that doesn't... If I rolled like a double 6, that doesn't happen very often. I should be rewarded with something more than just 2 points of damage off his score. Man, that should be a really good roll, you know? It's the highest roll you can do. So we've added also, apart from modifying it with it's the difference between the attack strengths, we've also added in 2 extra things. If whoever rolls a double 1, they have basically fallen on their sword and killed themselves, which is exactly what we did. And whoever rolls a double 6 has just done a death-defying blow to the other opponent and wiped them out completely. Doesn't matter where it's in the battle, they've just killed them instantly. And this just injects an element of surprise into these books. Like, how many people have read Crypt to the Sorcerer in their life? I've read this about 10 times. I've played it like, well, 10 times. But it's like, I know what to expect in this book. There's no surprises anymore. These extra rules we slip in add the element of surprise from that very first read that you had back as a child when you read it for the first time and you were surprised at every corner. We can die at any time, and we are very well aware of that, and most of the time that's what happens. But we can also win big as well by rolling a double 6. So Spellsinger's going, and by the looks of it, bye all, see you for Star Strider, Luke Sharp. Oh yeah, what's the next one we're doing? Is that what it is? Star Strider. Hang on. Sorry, I'm keeping up with chat. I've been gabbing here. We dead. Double 1s is instant death. So I came in late. What's the blood pressure tests? Figs. Oh, so I've been to my doctor's, and I have to do blood pressure checks on the regular now. And this monitor thing finally came after like ordering it like 2 weeks ago. It finally arrived today, or yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Can't remember when. And so I figured let's do it. Let's do it live on stream. So I have to, like 3 times a day, I have to write down my what it is. I have to write it down and note it for the doctors. Okay. So that's what it is for that. He gave me one a couple of months ago. He's cheating his blood pressure because his double 1s are giving him a heart attack. What? When I read these with my son, I will use the doubles rules. Yeah, the doubles rules just injects an element of fun in, like, you could live or die at any moment, just like in real life. Catch you next time, Spell Singer, mate. Yeah, let me sort this out. This, I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure it shouldn't have the Velcro when you wrap it round your thing. It should be. I'm sure when I wrapped it round before, I didn't have any Velcro on the outside. I mean, it doesn't exactly say. But then if the Velcro's on the inside, how the hell do you wrap it round your arm? Is it like double folded or something that I'm not aware of? Like, you have to have it with the Velcro on the outside, but I'm so sure that when I go for these things at the doctor's, they don't have the Velcro on the outside when they take the test. This thing fell out just then before, so I'm not actually sure how it goes back in. Goes on your arm, not... Hey, it goes on your arm, not your thing. That's the problem. I think... Okay, let's try this again. No, I got it. That's... Yeah, there we go. That's it. And no Velcro. That's how it's done. I knew there was no Velcro on it. Okay, it's pumping up, I think. There we go, pump it up. There's a diagram somewhere. Well, in the rule thing, yeah, it doesn't actually show you. But we got it. I gotta lay still. Man, that feels too tight. It's tightening up even more. Yo, do you know somebody's wearing this, mate? I don't think I've got it on my arm correctly. It's very tight. What's this? It goes around your neck. Hey, we've got a result, guys, and it is lower than before. Guys, seriously. Look at that. It's lower than before. Oh my god. 137, 103, 91. Before, it was 148, 105, 97. After doing Fighting Fantasy, it's 137, 103, 91. Fighting Fantasy is good for your blood pressure, guys. Scientifically proven. You can't argue with medical facts. Turn that off. Guys, there we go. So, that's the experiment done. We wanted to test the blood pressure before and after a play of Fighting Fantasy, just to see if it's good for your health. And it is. Right, I'm going to have to go soon. Right, let me set up the stream, guys. Monitor's just gone off. There we go, it's back on. Does that randomly. It's whenever this fridge kicks in. Okay, let me set up the next stream, guys. Just give me a second, and I'll put the link in the chat. It's Star Strider. Star Strider. I can't remember much about that one. Star striding across the universe. Where is it? Star Strider. Oh, there it is. Boom. Done. Live chat. Anyone can watch it. Next. Public. Right, so the next stream, guys, is the 2nd of June. Let me check my diary, guys, to make sure I'm not doing anything. I gotta make sure everything is free for that. Give me a second. So the 2nd of June, I know dot in my phone. I am free. So nothing's happening then. 2nd of June. Fighting Fantasy. Done. Okay, guys. Are these sessions always Fighting Fantasy books or other game books? We do... hang on, let me get out of that. We do the sorcery ones. Like, it is mainly Fighting Fantasy books, yes. But we have done the books that are also linked to those books, if you know what I mean. Let me put this is the link to the next Fighting Fantasy, okay? So click that link, guys, and go like the page. That's the link to the next stream in 2 weeks' time. If you go ahead and click that link and click the thumbs up, then you'll be notified when I go live, okay? But yeah, we do the other Fighting Fantasy books, like Sorcery. I do want to do the advanced ones. You know, Alancia, Dungeoneer, and Black Sand. I've got all 3 of those books, and I do want to do those adventures in those books because they look like fun. You got to run. Spellsinger says. Yeah, we've seen that one. There's a diagram. Yeah, we've seen that one. The tension is over after the mission. The alleviation of the mission's over. I haven't read this book much at all. I cannot remember much about it, nor me. I did it for the first look series of videos that are on YouTube, but I can't remember anything about it, to be honest. For myself, I've read about the first 15 to 20 books and a few other books, so it was fun to check in with Yastromo again. Yeah, Yastromo is always good, mate. Adam, yeah. So if Figgy, mate, Figsy, if you don't know, on this YouTube channel, go look for the Fighting Fantasy playlists. I've done a review, like a first look initial, on every single Fighting Fantasy book to date. Okay, except for the Dungeon of Blood Island because it hasn't come out yet. But as soon as it does come out, I will do ones on that. So I've done a video for every one of them. And there's also a video for like the top 10 chosen by the community. There's also like one about Alancia. There's one about Black Sand. There's one about Dungeoneer. There's one about the adventure sheets, I think. I can't remember the videos. I created them years ago. But yeah, there's a whole host of videos that you can watch about Fighting Fantasy on this channel. And then obviously if you do join as a member down below, you'll have access to all the other live streams we've ever done since 2019, I think it was. So yeah, and that, appreciate the support on that. I thought there was somebody else on my window then, but it's a bush waving in the wind. You're a game book fanatic, but the ones I want to do were those Maelstrom ones, the Bible adventures. I want to do those, and the Wolf. What is it? Wolfstrom? I can't remember what they're called, but I want to do those 2 sets of adventures as well. Those Puffin Wolf's Baron or whatever it is, mate. I can't remember, but yeah, I do want to do those, but I have to go get those books. I will be building here, by the way, a big shelf in the next few months. I'm going to be building a shelf and putting all my books up there, so you'll be able to see exactly what I do. It's going to be a quick build, right? It really will be a quick build. I've just built it. There it is. Okay, that's my bookshelf. I've just built it. Do you know what? I could actually just use this as a background, couldn't I? I could just put this. There must be a way to get that and then on my camera. I don't know. But yeah, I will be building a bookshelf with my own bare hands. Okay, I've already designed it. I don't know where the design is, but I will be building a bookshelf. Anyway, that's it, guys. We have died our last death on Crypt of the Sorcerer. We didn't complete it. We didn't finish it. That's it. So we're going to do the countdown, okay? I thank you, everybody, for watching. So John, Cold Ballistic, Figsy, Rhymester, Wargaming Dad, Spellsinger, Jack, Moonmats, thank you for joining in. John McCabe, I think I've already said. Leo M, thank you for joining. Anybody who I haven't mentioned, I'm very sorry, but thank you, everybody, for joining in. Where can I order these books, Adam? You basically can find them in charity shops or Amazon. I wouldn't go to eBay, in all honesty. I would recommend Amazon over eBay if you have to do it online. You can go to like W.H. Smith's and pick up the wizard versions. So they have actually released ones recently with the gold spine. These are recently released. These were like 2 or 3 years ago. And that's what they look like. And that's what the new one will look like. Oh, here's the buddy. Oh, dudes, look. Got me ones on top. There is also ones that look like this. There's a couple that look like that type of cover. You can find them in charity shops or online, or if you're lucky in W.H. Smith's or Waterstones or any bookstore. And then there's the Wizard collection, which kind of look like this. Okay, all part of the Fighting Fantasy. They look like that. They're available in bookstores still. And then we have, if I have one to hand. Yep, I do. There's the Buddy Box. Oh, dude, found it. Then you have the Sorcery type of series. Okay, you have the Sorcery series. They're eBay or Amazon or charity shops. I don't think you'll find them in bookstores still. There's also these big ones. You won't find them in bookstores. They'll be in charity shops or thrift shops or anything like that. This one, mate, you'll never find. This is the rarest one of them all. This goes for like 600 quid on eBay. You'll never get this one. So, oh, hello. What's this? It's got something inside of it. Bit of plastic here. That's a bit weird. That was just put in like that. Bit random. Yeah. Oh, I can smell them. You can smell them. Oh, the smell of old books, mate. That's my drug right there. Oh, I'm going to be sniffing these later. I'm a bookhead, mate. You'll find no crack at my place, just books. Sniffing books here. So yeah, the wizard books, which are these ones, I think. These ones, the wizard ones, they're still available to buy in bookstores right now. And they've brought out the older ones as well, like this one and stuff like that. But these are the originals. These are like the dragon cover or the zigzag cover, which look like this. They're the originals. So multiple places you can find them. Anyway, I think I've answered that one. I think of the Maelstrom, and there's a Wolf series as well. I can't remember what it's called. They're more role-playing games. Oh, you need a team in them. Oh, okay. You had every type of game book as a teenager, and you left them behind at the age of 17. Ouch, mate. I've been catching up lately with the online versions. The online... yeah, we played the digital versions. Nah, mate. You can't beat real paper and ink. We only deal with what we can touch. We don't deal with digital online. We have done it. Somebody actually gave me all the digital ones available in order for me to play them, and I wasn't a fan. So we prefer books. Anyway, you've got a couple of maps that you're almost finished, Rhymester. Oh, okay, yeah, send them through when you're ready, mate. Lone Wolf, thank you, Johnny. That's the one. Mr. McCabe coming in with a winning answer. The Lone Wolf series, yes. I want to get the Lone Wolf and the Maelstrom series because they're quite nice. I've never really gotten into other people's stories who have written them in the community. You know, I've stuck mainly to the Fighting Fantasy bunch. That's it. That's what we do here. But if you want to, you can also pick up the books that I've written, available on Amazon. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go now, leave you to it. Thank you so much for joining in. I really, really appreciate this one. Next time, Star Strider, the link's there. Go like it, send the love out. And we're going to have a 3-minute chat now. We can do 3-minute chat whilst the ending happens. So, guys, take care. Bye-bye. And I'll see you next time, right? But don't worry, like, I'm still here. We're just chatting now for 3 minutes while we while we wind down, we do a little bit of winding down now. So what's everybody doing today? What is everybody on everybody's occasion for today? What, oh, we lasted an hour and 50 minutes, guys, by the way. We lasted an hour and 50 minutes. Just thought I'd mention that. I get what you're saying about that smell, but the books are very expensive now. Mate, I mean, that's it. The time to collect now is really dangerous because you're going to be spending a lot of money. Luckily, I collected mine years ago when they weren't actually that expensive. But they are super expensive to collect for now, guys. And that is why I feel like I have a responsibility to stream the ones that you guys haven't got access to, so we can play them, so you can actually still read them and you know, discover them. So that's why I started doing this, because I have all the books. I have every single Fighting Fantasy book that they've made. And I feel like because I have them and they're really expensive to purchase, like I've got the original Curse of the Mummy, the dragon cover. That's quite rare to find. And I feel like, you know, people can have access to these games, and we should play them together so people can have access. So it's starting to get cold in Sydney. It's starting to get warm in the UK, mate. So thank you for that heat, Rhymester. You're painting the outside of the house today. Ooh, nice, Wargaming Dad. Nice, mate. I do appreciate everybody's thank you for streaming and everyone for watching. Like, I wish we had more viewers to watch this with. It would be so cool if we were up to, like, thousands of people watching this, because it means that, you know, there's a lot more people to enjoy these books, a lot more community, which would urge Steve and Ian to write more books. And that's kind of also another reason why I do these, is to keep promoting it, because I do want them to write more books, you know, so we have fresh content, you know, until we sadly one day lose them. But yeah, hopefully other writers will get a chance to write more books for the Fighting Fantasy series well into the future. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.